I wanted to give a little bit of a commentary along with the normal market analysis that I did. This is kind of more of an informal conversation, as if we were, meeting face to face, I'd be having this conversation with you. But basically, in 2022, we had still a really strong market to start, and then things slowed down as the interest rates climbed. Naturally, people that if you were shopping for the past 5 years for a house, the amount of house that you were able to afford would have drastically changed. You would have had a huge jump in what you could afford when the interest rates were super low. And then now that they spiked really high in reaction, you're able to afford much less. So there, I think, is a natural shock that buyers experience, they are experiencing. And there's a lot of uncertainty. Like, this is what is happening with the market. The last recession we had was housing related and was a crash and a bubble burst, all those, scary terms. So people are worried about, what may happen this time. What's different is we certainly don't have the poor lending practices that we had before. We don't have a flood of foreclosures either. So actually the number of national foreclosures that are on the market are much lower than the average is. So that's neither of those things are happening. The lending requirements were very strict. We are seeing still maybe one area of the market pinching inventory wise is that people that do have those low interest rates that don't need to sell may opt to keep their home because of the historically low interest rates that may never be out there again. I do sense in my own business, this is a little bit anecdotal, that people are kind of getting used to the interest rates, and they've gone down a little bit. As of recording this, I think I've seen a few 6.1 ish interest rates. So they've come down a little bit back to a more reasonable level. And I think people are just kind of used to this environment. And ultimately, people still need to buy and sell houses. So there will be people that will hold on to their low interest rates if they can. But there's a lot of people, most people need to sell their house in order to buy another one. So we've seen the purchase price or the median sales price continue to rise. And I anticipate that it may flatten. In some areas of the country, it might dip. I think I've heard that 5% is expected as a nationwide average, but anything in the Southeast is expected to do well and maybe see appreciation. Our market may still see a slight appreciation. We'll have to stay tuned and find out. But overall, the sky isn't falling. I think we will see interest rates continue to climb down if we do have inflation under control. And that will help stimulate the buyer activity as well, as just simply people getting used to the new level of house they are able to afford. If you have any questions about whether it's a good time to sell or to buy, I'm happy to discuss that with you. Let me know.